What is your ambition in life?
What is ore for titanium?
Tell me, what is Dharti Aba, or like who is referred to as Dharti Aba?
Jharkhand, despite of being such a resource-rich state, why it is not able to make big on India's developmental roadmap?
How places of religious worship are governed in India?
May I come in, sir?
Yes, come in.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please be seated. Please give your brief introduction, highlighting your educational qualification and experience, if any.
Sir, I am Saurabh Sanand, and I am originally from Bokaro, Jharkhand, presently living in Delhi. I am a qualified chartered accountant, cost accountant and company secretary. I am from Indian Cost Account Service. Presently, I am assistant director at DG Audit, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Prior to this, I was Deputy Manager Finance in Coal India Limited, wherein I served for more than 7.5 years. I am married and father of a 1.5-year-old kid. And my interests are analyzing financial case study of businesses and teaching accounts and taxation.
So, tell me, Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
you have already had the experience of working in Coal India and all now in the audit.
Yes, sir.
DG, you said. So, what is your ambition in life? Where your ambition going to be fulfilled ultimately?
Sir, presently my ambition is becoming joint secretary and head any scheme or program division of union government.
You are a chartered accountant, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And you are also a teacher, teaching people in the matters of taxation, accounting and all that.
Yes, sir.
So, you must have heard about MGNREGA scheme,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Scheme. So, there is a lot of mismanagement in MGNREGA scheme. With the kind of knowledge you have, the kind of background you possess, how can effective cost management reduce wastage in MGNREGA?
Sir, the basic principles of reducing wastage in any scheme should be to identify the leakages or identifying any loopholes therein. So first of all, if I am to suggest anything, sir, I suggest the use of more ICT technologies and more machine learning for identifying any leakages in MGNREGA payments. Secondly, sir, we can have biometric authentication so that we can verify those documents, attendance of the laborers. And thirdly, sir, by using direct benefit transfer for ensuring there is no leakages in the payments made to the workers.
DBT is already there in place, biometric
Yes,
attendance is already there in place,
Yes,
isn't
yes,
it?
yes,
Why this so much furor about biometric attendance?
Sir, it is a very good initiative taken by government. And
So why people are opposing it? That's what my question is.
sir, many times it happen in rural areas. There is genuine cases of mismatch between the Aadhaar records and the biometric record of the workers. So there are some genuine concerns. However, sir, based on the prior experiences of the government, I think it is a very good alternative taken by government.
Okay. Do you want to suggest any improvement also in the existing system, or do you think it's working fine?
Sir, I think, sir, government has also taken initiative of geotagging of assets created using MGNREGA. So that is a very good step, and I think, sir, more focus should be demand driven. Suppose in a village there is lack of something, so it should be demand driven, and at the same time the MGNREGA work should be to promote capital formation, or some construction work can be taken, so that along with geotagging, so that effective utilization of MGNREGA is taking place.
You have also worked in Coal India for a long time. What is going to be future of coal in our country?
Sir, I think presently, sir, 70% of our electricity is produced through coal, and around 50% of our total energy requirement is met through coal. Given that India is still in its development phase, I think, sir, there will be increasing demand of coal. In fact, sir, Coal India has recently revised its target of, it wants to achieve a target production of 1 billion tons by 2028. So I think, sir, presently, if I see right now, the demand of coal will increase for energy security of India.
Then why then the country is talking so much about transitioning from fossil fuel to non-fossil fuel and doing away with the coal?
Yes, sir. So that is because of the pollution and the environment degradation caused by mining operations. Sir, there are alternatives that is taking place like coal gasification, coal bed methane, which are more environment friendly alternatives to the present coal mining that is taking place.
Okay. One final question from my side. You are working in the audit as a deputy director audit also.
Assistant director.
Assistant director
yes,
audit. So you see, if you look at the history of CNAG in general.
Sir, I am sorry, sir. I am posted in Central Board of Indirect Taxes.
I am talking about the CNAG in general.
Sorry,
audit reports are generally they are the custodians of final audit reports for the country.
Okay, sir.
If you look at the CNAG reports, be it your spectrum allocation case, coal block allocation case, and so on and so forth.
Yes, sir.
So much of problems were raised through these reports. Irregularities were pointed out but ultimately nothing happened to the people who were involved in this. So how do you look at the whole outcome of the reports? Is the law enforcing agency is slack in taking action, or there is an inherent problem in the report itself?
Sir, I think reports are a very important tool for identifying any shortcomings in the procedures, and it is very necessary for having checks on the system. Sir, I think, sir, the Coalgate scam which was unearthed by CAG, sir, it led to cancellation of the coal blocks which was given without due deliberation, sir. So some positive impacts has been created by these audit reports. So it is a very welcome step, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Saurabh, in certain quarters there are some allegations
Okay, sir.
that some illegal miners, including coal miners, have either designed promoted Naxalism in that area, and some of the officers of the PSUs are also working in tandem with them.
Okay.
As an experienced person working there, how far do you find this allegation close to reality?
Okay.
There are 2-3 parts in this question. One, have you experienced illegal mining, including coal mining? If yes, if there is an organized illegal mining, there must be some protection mechanism deployed by the miners.
Sir, during my posting, I was posted at Barkasal area of Central Coalfields Limited. So I have not personally witnessed coal mining because sufficient security checkups means safeguards were taken both by Jharkhand Home Guards and Central Industrial Security Forces there. However, sir, there are instances of picking up of coal by the population there, and which was regularly checked by the security personnel there. So I think suitable actions are taken by the security agencies as well as by the Coal India management to address this illegal mining issues.
So there are two kinds of crimes being connected, one at micro level and at small size crimes, rat hole mining or illegal collection, and there is a bigger national level scam. So which crime do you find is more damaging to the national development process?
Sir, rat hole mining is basically done for sustainable purposes. It's because their socio-economic condition there is not good, not sufficient employment opportunities are available, there is scarcity of food. Growing up in Jharkhand, I have seen those issues, sir, especially those related to employment, poverty. Sir, the bigger problem is organized crime, sir. If that takes place at the level of India, that is more challenging and more.
So do you think government response to these two levels of crime is proportionate?
The government has taken suitable steps, like based on CAG representation, the auctions were cancelled. However, there are still challenges, like still illegal mining is taking place at some parts of the country. So I think, sir, even though these steps have been taken, but there are still much to be done for addressing this issue entirely. And most importantly, sir, I think for stopping rat hole mining, the main objective of government should be to improve the socio-economic condition of mining areas. So there is a fund called District Mining Foundation Trust. So it is for 30% of the royalty that is collected, which is used for development of mining areas. That funds needs to be effectively used for promotion of those parameters. So that is
Okay. Apart from coal, which are the other important ores found in Jharkhand?
apart from coal, sir, iron ore, bauxite ore, mica, then sir, some gold reserves are also found, uranium deposits. These are the major minerals found. Some minor minerals are sand, then sir, stone chips, limestone are also found in Jharkhand.
And what is the ore for titanium? Is it found there? And what are their industrial uses?
Sorry, sir, I am
Okay,
not aware.
never mind.
But
Thank
I will
you.
look after it.
Thank you, Saurabh.
Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
recently we have seen that there has been a regime change in Bangladesh, and after that attacks on minorities have increased. Now India follows a policy of non-interference in another country's internal affairs. But why India has been very vocal in this case?
Sir, India has been very vocal because I think the foreign policy of India at present is promotion of its national interest as well as economic interest of both India and the common people. Sir, Bangladesh was the most trusted ally of India in its neighborhood, and destabilization of Bangladesh creates issues like refugee crisis, and there is also news of religious persecution of minorities there. So I think, sir, for these reasons, India is vocal about Bangladesh.
Right. And there is also a demand raised by the interim government in Bangladesh that Sheikh Hasina should be extradited to Bangladesh. How should India handle this?
So like I said, the foreign policy of India is promotion of its national and economic interest. So based on the considerations
So
there,
for better
it should-
relations with the interim government, should we send Sheikh Hasina back?
Sir, during the tenure regime of Awami League, so India had entered into modern good neighborliness with Bangladesh, and it was the most trusted ally of India.
Correct.
So I think,
but now, like as you are saying, that national interest should be paramount. So for our national interest, we need to have good relations with Bangladesh, the current government.
yes, sir.
So for that, should we send Sheikh Hasina back?
Sir, we should have good relation with the interim government, and at the same time, we should also look at whether sending her is in India's national interest or not.
Okay.
So I think, sir, more stable Bangladesh is much greater than just having a good relation with the interim government.
Okay. Saurabh, you are also a CA.
Yes, sir.
Now there has been a lot of talk about this tax on popcorn, right?
Yes, sir.
And somebody has said that complexity is a bureaucrat's delight, but citizens' nightmare. How do you see this popcorn tax? Is it justified?
Sir, the recent issues which relate to popcorn is levy of different GST rates on different kinds of popcorn. So presently, sir, 5% GST is levied on non-branded popcorns, for 12%
Correct, but
on
is it justified? Is it the right way to go?
Sir, these issues means the decision of taxing different rates of popcorn was to separate it from namkeens, means like 18% was on caramelized popcorn, so it falls
As
into a
a person
different
who
category.
understands tax, like what is your view? If you were the finance minister,
Sir,
would you have taken this decision or something else?
okay. Sir, these decisions are taken only after due deliberation and analysis. So what the press note indicates is that these are two different commodities. One is with sugar and one is called namkeen. So and that is the very basic reason why different GST rates have been levied.
But then does it live up to a good and simple tax as GST was believed to be?
Sir, multiple GST rates were levied for identifying, means taxing the different items. Like luxury items are taxed at 28%. However, the simple household items are taxed at 5%. So,
Okay, Saurabh, my final question to you. You come from Jharkhand.
yes, sir.
Tell me, what is Dharti Aba, or like who is referred to as Dharti Aba?
So Birsa Munda ji is referred as Dharti Aba.
And like recently, why this was in news, this term? Some government scheme has been launched or renamed?
Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
Saurabh, You are Sanand also, right?
Yes, sir.
It is very often said that loss of Singur is gain of Sanand.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Loss of Singur. Singur is a place very adjacent to your place.
Okay, sir.
It is a gain of Sanand. So what I'm talking about?
Sorry, sir. I have not heard of it.
Yeah, so there was a Tata Nano project. It was supposed to
yes,
come.
Sir, yes,
so,
sir, yes, sir.
so can you elaborate it?
Okay, so Tata Nano plant was initially set up at Singur in West Bengal. However, because there were allegations of crony capitalism and exploitation of the farmers there, it was later on shifted and the clearances were denied in West Bengal, and it was shifted to Gujarat, Sanand in Gujarat.
Right. Jharkhand, despite of being such a resource-rich state,
Yes, sir.
why it is not able to make big on India's developmental roadmap?
Sir, Jharkhand has witnessed more than 11 chief ministers in last 24 years, which denotes political instability and delays policy implementation there. Secondly, sir, the issues of illegal mining results into huge financial losses for the government. Thirdly, sir, there is infrastructure issues in Jharkhand. Like the most important infrastructure issue I find there is huge gap between the demand and supply of electricity, which results into huge power cuts there in both residential and industrial areas, which adds to the cost of production. Fourthly, sir, the economy is not well diversified. So around 75% of the population is engaged in agriculture activities, and there is excess dependency on mineral based industries, sir. And the capital expenditure of Jharkhand government is also not up, it's what it should be. So it leads to less capital formation there. So because of these reasons, Jharkhand, the socio-economic condition of Jharkhand is
Fine. In recently held assembly elections,
Yes, sir.
the same chief minister came to power once again in Jharkhand, right? It was because of a scheme called Maiya Samman Yojana, and a similar trend was seen in case of Maharashtra also, where the state government was the same government was back to power, and again a similar kind of scheme, Ladki Bahan Yojana. Can you tell us the financial implication of such schemes on a state finance? So is it beneficial, or is it a kind of financial hole into the treasury of state government?
So these schemes create a huge fiscal burden on the government, as it leads to huge the fiscal expenditures. So effectively, sir, these schemes should be avoided for fiscal prudence.
Is there any benefit that you can think out of this scheme? Because it is, giving all the political leaders very good political benefit. So how they are selling this product?
So they are selling this product as means they are branding themselves as that they are more pro-women, and they care for the issues faced by women, and they feel women empowerment is the key for winning any election. So I think
right. So union government is also giving such kind of direct transfer to the farmers, PM Kisan Yojana.
Okay, sir.
Is there any difference between the two? Are they both justified? Or is there any difference between the two? You can see, Prime Minister often talks about the reverie culture. So how will you differentiate between a reverie and a financially, kind of burdensome kind of scheme?
Sir, so PM Kisan scheme was for augmenting the income of the farmers, and at the same time, so this actually incentivizes them to invest more in capital assets. Rather, sir, if you give schemes, if you make payment like Mahila Samman scheme, so it goes more into your consumption rather than creation of any capital asset or increasing of productivity. There are requirement of increasing the income and women empowerment also, but at the same time, sir, I feel it will be more prudent if we can focus these schemes towards more capital formation.
Fine.
Rather than just revenue expenditure.
As a student of commerce and accountancy,
Yes, sir.
can you segregate some of the taxes of Government of India in decreasing order? That means the tax through which highest collection comes to tax through which lowest collection is coming.
Okay.
Top three you can tell us?
income tax, corporate tax, then GST.
Is it income tax, GST, or corporate tax?
Sir, income tax and corporate tax, they form part of direct taxes. And secondly, sir, GST, and after that customs duty, then excise duty.
Right.
These are the
Fine. You love doing some kind of financial case studies, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us the ethical dimensions that was involved in the case of Lehman Brothers collapse? What kind of financial mismanagement they were doing, which has some kind of ethical angle also?
Sir, I have not done the exact financial study, but what I have heard was
Right.
that they were means there is a concept in accounts that you have to show your assets either at historical prices or at fair valuation. So fair valuation can be through mark to market prices also.
Right.
So I think maybe, sir, they had shown their assets at mark to market values, which were more estimated figures rather than true figures. First one was that, and secondly, they were misutilizing funds. They were creating a lot of subsidiary companies for diverting those funds.
What is the term moral hazard connotes to in context of financial literature? Can you give us 1-2 example of moral hazards?
Moral hazards.
Moral hazards
Okay.
in case of financial management or financial mismanagement.
So moral hazards relate to maybe adhering to the ethical principles of financial management or not. Like whether you are following principles of integrity, whether there is conflict of interest, you are avoiding it or not, whether the corporate governance principles are adequately there or not, the opinions that are given are whether backed by sufficient appropriate audit evidence. There is in fact
Fine. My
independence
last
or
question
not.
to you is that it is often said that leverage is a double-edged sword. Why is it said so?
Okay, sir. So leverage is a double-edged sword because it gives opportunity for both increasing the income at a high level and at the same time it gives the challenges of decreasing the profits beyond a certain level. Suppose, sir, if a leveraged firm is making profits more than the interest or the cost of capital, then its means return to equity shareholders will multiply. However, if there are losses and the actual return is less than the cost of capital, then in that case, the losses will also multiply.
Fine. Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you, sir.
Saurabh, what is your opinion on the Indian stock markets?
So recently, Indian IPO market has surpassed China, and it has become the largest IPO market in Asia. So
overall, you are optimistic about the markets.
yes, sir.
Okay. Almost same is the opinion of many financial analysts around the globe, and many firms are betting very high on the Indian markets.
Okay, sir.
Can you tell us that where does a retail investor lie in this entire scheme?
Sir, if you look at the recent parameters, so the retail investors have increased in this Indian stock market, and they also the savings from bank deposits has shifted to more mutual funds and stock markets now.
Okay. According to a report by SEBI only, a majority of the retail investors are incurring losses on their investments in the stock markets. So considering this scenario, and also you come from the finance background, what kind of suggestive measures or strategies would you like to recommend so that we are able to increase this participation in the markets while also providing a hedging ground for the investors?
So first of all, I think mutual fund are a very good product, because it gives even a simple person who is not from financial background opportunity to invest in stock markets, because these are technical fields. So retail investors should focus more on mutual funds. Secondly, sir, the SEBI has also cautioned investors regarding future and options because of its volatility and high losses caused to the investors. So retail investors should try to hedge themselves from or stop themselves from.
Fair, Saurabh. Saurabh, recently Niti Aayog has published a report and in that report it has advocated that India should consider including coking coal into the list of critical minerals. So my first question is, what is coking coal?
Sir, coking coal or coal means wherein the carbon content is high, and therefore the latent value means the heat value is also very high. And
So what is the importance or significance of this type of coal? Where is it used?
sir, it is used. It is more used in steel industries because it helps in generating more calorific value. And it has lower sulfur contents.
Okay, so going by that recommendation of the Niti Aayog, what rational arguments would you like to give in this regard? Should we consider doing this, including coking coal in critical mineral list?
Sir, India has very less reserves of coking coal, and only, sir, in Jharia, in Dhanbad, coking coal is presently mined in India. So, given that, sir, because we are actually dependent on coking coal, especially industries like steel, they import around 85% of their coal from Australia. So it has very huge impact on the steel prices as well, and the end price of the end product. So I think, sir, it should be given. However, at the same time, sir, for increasing the production, we can also increase private participation so that the coal production can increase, or better technologies can be used.
Okay. Saurabh, recently a legislation with regards to one nation, one election was introduced in the parliament. Apart from this scheme, can you think of any other initiative that talks about one nation, one something? Election is one. Apart from it?
So the first thing that comes to my mind is GST only. One nation, one
tax. Okay, fine.
One market.
Okay.
So
anything else?
So recently in G20 summit also, I think.
Something that is already operational. We have one nation, one card.
Okay.
One nation, one ration card.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. One nation, one ration card. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. My last question to you. How places of religious worship are governed in India?
So these are governed by the Act of Places of Worship Act 1991. So the act says that whatever is the status of any religious place.
No. I am talking about the management of these religious institutions. For example, there is a particular temple, there is a mosque.
Okay, sir.
How these entities are managed?
Sir, in some cases, like in Tirumala Tirupati, a separate trust has been created which manages the entire operations there. So in some of the temples, these trusts are designated for managing the affairs.
So essentially there is involvement of state in the control of these religious institutions.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that India being a secular country, the involvement of state is right in the management of these religious institutions?
So the reason for managing by state is just for ensuring better services to the devotees. And sir, the secularism in India means that India is close to all the religion, and it equally respects all the religions of India. So it tries to give better facilities to the devotees. It tries to manage things there better.
Okay.
So for these reasons, and also for promoting the religious tourism there, India has opted for this.
Okay, Saurabh. Thank you, sir.
Saurabh, I was going through your service preferences.
Yes, sir.
Order of preference, you have opted for customs and indirect taxes. It gets precedence over income tax.
Yes, sir.
What is the rationale behind your thinking?
Sir, presently I am associated with Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. So I think, sir, that was the very initial reason why I chose customs and IT over income tax. Secondly, sir, I am while undergoing my CA training also and my course also, I found that I am more comfortable in indirect taxes than direct taxes, and I wanted to specialize in indirect taxation.
Okay, one last question before we let you go. Talking about the GST, do you think that products like petroleum products and electricity should be brought under the ambit of GST? And give arguments for or against.
Sir, presently electricity duty is levied by the state government. So that's why it is, since it is a state subject, it is not under GST. Sir, in case of petroleum and diesel products, it is it is included in the list. However, it is non-taxable under GST presently, since excise duty and VAT is being levied. And these duties are the major source of revenue for both central government and state government. So the maximum GST rate is 28%. However, if you look at the tax rate
these are
of
all
ED,
known factors. I wanted to have your opinion on this, whether these products should be brought under the ambit of GST or not.
yes, sir. Yeah, I was just replying, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry if I was not able to. Sir, the present excise duty and VAT rate is around 100%. So there are the demands for including these products in the GST. However, sir, including these products will have a huge revenue loss for the government, but it will help in reducing the logistic cost of the country, of the corporates. So presently, sir, since there is a revenue loss, therefore, sir, I think
You don't support it.
yes, sir. No, I'm not. It's not like that. I'm not supporting, sir. I'm just saying that only after due deliberation it should be taken, because it will have a huge revenue loss for the government, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. It was nice interacting with you. The
Thank you,
interview is
sir.
over. You may
Thank
go
you, sir.
now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sit down, sir.
Thank you, sir.
When is your interview, Saurabh?
Sir, on 17 January.
17 January.
Yes.
Which attempt is this for you?
Fourth attempt, sir.
Fourth attempt. First interview.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, how did you find today's interaction with us?
Sir, good, but I think I need to improve more.
You are a good candidate, no doubt about it.
Yes, sir.
And you had your views also on most of the questions which asked you.
Okay, sir.
And there's always a scope for improvement. There's always a work in progress. Isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
So, because we were going through your DAF, so your DAF gives a very strong suggestion about your knowledge of finance, accounting, taxation. Expect some questions related to taxation, accounting principles, why government is accounting is based on cash based accounting, why it is not accrual based accounting, what is the logic for that, is government trying to switch over to accrual based accounting, if so, what is the agency in the government of India which is doing work for this? There is an agency called GASAB, GASAB. You look into that GASAB agency, you will find what standards are getting
Yes, sir.
developed by the agency, and what is the need. Why, if the government of India is cash-based, primarily cash-based accounting system, why today there is a need felt for switching over to accrual-based? What are the advantages of that? So your personal views on that. Then role of CAs, whether the last 8-10 years history, you will find that it is not seen in a glorified way. So why such things have happened? What are the case studies we have conducted? We didn't, because due to paucity of time we couldn't ask you questions on that. You have mentioned that you have done some case studies also on financial matters. So one or two specific cases you must remember clearly, and more than a case, the outcomes and your suggestions. So that is the test of your personality. You as a man, how you think, what are your capabilities to think, those things will be seen by the board. Knowledge is already tested by 2 very grueling examinations, isn't it? It is your personality, all round personality, whether honesty of purpose is there in your answers or not. You are a man of integrity or not, whether your views are balanced or not, whether you could attempt on variety of issues which are thrown at you. So all those things are generally, so basically is you as a person, whether you buckle under pressure or you hold on to yourself under pressure. These are the things why interview is called, the whole purpose is that only, just to see you how you react to different situations. So always be honest to yourself. You don't know so many things, admit, sorry sir, I don't know. Don't try to get into an unknown area. Okay, that is very important. Then today's by and large it was okay. Only thing is that at places you were tentative and you could not get the intent of the question, in the sense Like the last question itself. Question was very simple, whether so-and-so product should be brought or not under the ambit of GST. You started explaining all about
Yes, sir.
it. It is known, the very fact that board member is asking a question, you can presume that that gentleman is aware of the question. You give your arguments, and those arguments can be balanced. He said, sir, I am not an expert on this, but based on whatever materials I have gathered from the public domain, this is what I feel. Whatever argument you take, that is, you are at liberty, but stick to that. Or if you want to give a balanced, you can give a balanced judgment also. Sir, the advantage is XYZ and disadvantage is ABC. That like that, so that clarity is there in your mind, isn't it? That is very important. Then your Lehman Brothers and all that, those questions like a Hindenburg case, somebody may ask you about that, about your Adani issue. So about the role of SEBI and all that, because you are an expert. So some very general questions may be thrown at you, just trying to understand whether you have really studied or you have written for the sake of writing. That is the whole purpose, and you have studied it, and there should not be any problem in handling those issues. So somebody may ask you questions, very general questions like, so yeah, tell me, I am 60 years old and I have a corpus of 1 crore. Where should I invest, in mutual fund or in your stock or in bank FDs? So what is your suggestion to me as a taxation expert? So those questions, real life questions may be asked.
Yes,
be prepared for that. Just think it over for a while, collect your ideas, and then you speak, because you know everything. Only thing is you have to collect your ideas and then come forward.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then you have when I asked you a question on the role of CNAG, you suddenly interrupted. No, sir, said, I am not working there. No, I'm just telling you, because this is just for that purpose only. So if at all you are placed in such a situation where you think that the interview board member has not been able to appreciate the fact where I am working, don't interrupt him. Just listen to him, let him complete, and then with a caveat you can say, sir, I have been working in this organization, but with my little knowledge, this is what I feel.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, board member may take offense. If this fellow is in the habit of interrupting, that should not happen. Okay. Then you have worked in Coal India, apart from accounting and all that. Coal is a very important, and you have mentioned very right. So what efforts are being made by the government of India in the renewable energy sector? We are talking about net zero and all that. So what is the concept of the government and how it is trying to achieve that, isn't it? And what good things are happened in the your coal sector, power sector, particularly thermal power sector. Certain good things are happening, and you have mentioned about that. So maybe such questions related to coal and all, and related to your carbon credit and all that. So many questions are there. So that area, whatever time is there at your disposal, prepare that area clearly, fossil to non-fossil. So what is happening, what the government has been doing, and your views, you have stuck to your views that it is not going to come to an end. There is no life as of now, you can think, for closing of collieries. Otherwise, intent of question, like a popcorn issue, again you try to caramelize and this and that. You try to, everybody knows everything. That is why its question was whether what is your reaction, whether you have 3 types of tax or just one tax. That was the purpose of asking this. You can simply say, sir, the product changes its name and shape and its importance.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So based on that, is the primary product is this, the secondary is this, and this is what I have understood, sir. Unless until I have a detailed, in-depth analysis of this, I won't be able to tell you whether it is right or wrong. But if the government has done, it must have done with due deliberation. But that is the purpose. That's all. Okay. Otherwise, tie knot is okay. Length of tie, it should touch your belt.
Okay.
It's going beyond. It's slightly longer than the required length. Just you talk to somebody in your family and all that. Then women-centric schemes, one question was asked to you. Don't dismiss any argument. You have looked at it from financial point of view only. Financially, this is not done. But it has, everything doesn't have a financial connotation.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So what benefit is going to the women? We are talking about women empowerment and all that. So what is happening to women? How indirectly or directly it is helping them? Try to maintain a balance between the two. Don't dismiss it outside abruptly anything.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Otherwise, wonderful candidate. Have belief in yourself. Have confidence. Your body language should be positive. You should be honest in your statements,
Yes, sir.
and you will get very good marks. We have no doubt about it. You do very well. All the best from our side. If you have any question to ask, feel free to ask. Slightly hand movement was there at times. By and large, you restricted your hand movement,
Yes,
but at times you just forgot that I have to restrict. Try. Because it's our habit. Everybody raises his hand and all
Yes,
that.
sir.
Try,
Yes,
try
sir.
for 30 minutes. Try to restrict your hand. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So all the best from our side. Anything specific you have in mind?
No, sir, I think I will improve on it, sir.
You'll do well. All the best.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.